Good morning, tube of you, and welcome to another go-kart build video. I have some exciting news. If you all have watched the past video from the go-kart build on my channel, I will have told you in that video that I was waiting for some very cool parts in the mail, and good news, they have arrived. So I thought I'd take this video to introduce them. You'll already know what it is by reading the title or the thumbnail. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it and show you guys exactly what it is, what I plan to do with them, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So let's go. Alrighty, so what did I buy? I bought a full shifter cart bumper set, and you probably would have guessed already, like I said, from the title of the video. But I was waiting for two large boxes like this, and when they finally arrived on my doorstep not too long ago, I was pretty stoked because it's just going to take the looks of this go-kart to a whole new level. And yes, I will be adding performance upgrades too. For everyone that keeps asking, chill, hold your horses. I will be adding performance upgrades. I will be doing things with the engine. Just, it takes time. It takes time. So I'll be doing that, but the visual upgrades are gonna come first. And for everyone that keeps saying, oh, I need the bigger engine, I barely use that thing, so I need to get some use out of it. So unless you guys would like to fund my project and buy me a new engine, a bigger engine, to make me go faster, to make you guys happier, I guess, then go ahead and do that. I'd be happy to receive an engine paid from my viewers. Anyways, so what did I exactly buy? I bought a full shifter cart bumper set. I bought it from a company called Acceleration Kart Racing. They're a go-kart part distributor located in Las Vegas, and they have a great selection of parts. No, I'm not being sponsored by them. I just thought I'd let you guys know in case you're looking for parts also. But specifically, the bumper kit that I was waiting for is made by a company called Righetti Ridolfi, and apparently they're Italian, so all these parts are made in Italy. So that's pretty cool. So I guess because the bumpers are made in Italy, Lamborghinis are made in Italy, therefore, put two and two together, my go-kart is a Lamborghini. So I guess so. Anyway, so the bumper kit I bought is like the official FIA, and FIA is like the regulation or federation that controls all of the specifications for shifter kart racing, like weight, power, stuff like that. So they just control the actual shifter kart racing league, and this is the bumper kit that is certified by them. So here we got the front bumper. I ordered it in black because I feel like that was the best color to suit the go-kart, since it's kind of a blue and black. The only other color they had was red, so that was kind of not anywhere near the color combination. So it's pretty cool. So this is the back of the bumper, and it's got these pre-drilled, or not drilled, but it's kind of like these pre-sunk metal, I don't know, it's just like a threaded hole to put a bracket and a bolt into. So that's pretty nice that I just have to make a quick bracket for this and it's ready to go. So this is pretty cool. So like, you know, if you've seen a shifter cart, this looks very familiar. So this is the front of it. I might add like a little like a bottom lip here just for another added effect. But that was one part of the kit that I bought. Next part of the kit is the side pods. So this is the left side pod if you're sitting in the driver's seat. So this is pretty cool. So this is going to go obviously on the side, and so here's the outside of it, and then the inside again has these like pre-sunk threaded holes for your bracket to mount to nice and easily. So that's going to work out pretty well. The next bit that comes with the kit, the full kit, is the front. I can't remember the actual name for this. It's like goes over the steering wheel column. But yeah, so this is cool. Usually you put like your number right here if you're actually in a shifter kart race. So yeah, so really the challenge with these guys are just making the new brackets, because all these brackets are custom and everything, and they're gonna have to work for this specific go-kart. application. So I actually kind of started designing a bracket for the front bumper on my iPad because I have a little drawing app, so I'll show you guys that in a little bit. But yeah, so then got this guy. So we've gone over the front bumper, the side pods, and the steering wheel cover, I guess you could call it. So the last final piece here, it's the biggest one. Didn't realize how big this piece was. So this is the rear bumper. It's very big, very wide. I didn't realize how wide this was actually, because the only downside with ordering a lot of these bumper kits online is they don't give you the specs in terms of the length, width, things like that. So I had no idea that it was going to be this wide. So you don't have, there's two options I think for the kit. You can buy the not the complete kit, which doesn't include the rear bumper, or the complete kit, which does. And there's many different websites that kind of do the same thing. But I don't know, I just thought I'd try it and see. But it's a little wide, so I might just end up selling this on eBay or something, but I don't know, I'll just have to see. But yeah, so this is the rear bumper. In actual shifter kart racing, it's this wide because it goes all the way out to the edge of the tires to protect your tires so someone doesn't, you know, if someone does rear end you, it doesn't immediately hit your tire and you go flying all over the place. So that's pretty much what I ordered here, and I could have bought a mounting bracket kit, but added another like $200 to the price of these. So I got this for about this full complete kit for like 214 bucks. With shipping it was like 220 something. So not bad at all, not bad at all, because these are really nice. They're just, you know, pretty high quality plastic, polymer, whatever they're made out of. So it's gonna be fun making brackets for these guys and getting them installed on the go-kart, because like I said, I think it's just gonna take the go-kart to a whole new level. So before what I'm gonna do now is just kind of hold the bumpers next to the areas on the go-kart where they're going to be mounted, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what it may look like, and if you have any suggestions on maybe how I should mount it. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the front bumper now. Okay, so got the camera set up here for looking down on the front part of the go-kart. So the biggest challenge with the front bumper is obviously getting the bumper to clear the tires here, especially when they're at full lock. So it's gonna add some significant length to the go-kart, like overall length. I mean, it's gonna be like all the way out here, but I measured the tape measure here. It's approximately, you know, I'm gonna have to make a bracket that extends out about 6 inches from the front end of the go-kart, just because, you know, it's got to clear when we're going straight here, but also when, you know, the wheels actually turn, so you don't want any rub on this side, or when you turn left, you don't want any rub on this side. So just gonna have to make sure it's plenty, you know, plenty long enough to clear the front part of the wheels there, so there's no rubbing involved. So that's kind of the whole gist with the front end. I think it'll look pretty cool. It's just gonna, like I said, it's gonna like make it look like an actual go-kart. So now I'll go ahead and show you guys what I plan to do with the side pods. Alright, so get the side pod here. Let's see which one we want. Okay, here's the right side. So side pod, don't mind the axle, it's just sitting in the seat for a second. But the side pod's gonna go, I'm guessing, somewhere about here. And I'm waiting on when I get the rear axle put back on, because I want to see how far the rear tire comes out, and I want the side pod to be about, you know, kind of where the rear tire ends in terms of the width, so that way it kind of fits that shifter kart look. I don't know, it might look a little funky if it's there, might not, but I think it'll look better if it's extended out a little bit and is a little more flush with the front and rear tires. So that's what I'm waiting on, but I plan on working on that later today, which will be in the next go-kart build video. My buddy Matt, who is in the last video, He's going to come over and help me work on a few things. So yeah, so here's the side pod kind of mocked up. I wish I could show you guys a better angle, but I don't really have any other way to mock these up at a different angle and have multiple, pieces on at the same time. So there's that. We'll go ahead, put the steering wheel column cover on. Can't remember the exact name that they used for this, but it wasn't called the steering wheel column cover. Front valance, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so let's rearrange the camera here. So this is the, again, steering wheel column cover. So what I'm going to have to do is make two brackets. One bracket will attach to the main steering column mounting point, and then the other one will probably be down closer to the pitman arm or the pedals. So that's cool. I like the look of this. Again, it kind of just adds to the overall look of being like a race shifter cart kind of deal. And that was like from the get-go, that was my initial hopes for this build, was kind of like a homemade shifter cart vibe, if you will. Obviously, it's not nearly as fast as a shifter cart, because this thing can go like 90 miles an hour, which is absolutely absurd. But I think the overall look, we're getting there in terms of a shifter cart. So there's that, and then I guess the final piece I'll go over is the rear bumper. Alrighty, so got the rear end of the go-kart here on camera, and here's the, so like I said, this thing's pretty wide, and unlike the other pieces, there's none of those sunk, pre-sunk metal threaded holes. So I guess you kind of have to use like a washer or something and mount it on these holes on the outside here, which is kind of what looks like most people do, because that's about the size of a bolt you would use. So yeah, so you'd mount it kind of here, but the problem is those mounting points are kind of extend beyond the frame here. So I'd have to make yet another bracket, and also because the tires, I'd have to kind of sit back a ways. So I don't know, it could be an interesting piece to add on. So we'll see. It just depends on how I like the looks with all the other pods added on. So I'll probably do the front bumper first, and then the side pods, and then the steering wheel column cover first, and then if I see fit, I'll add I'll make another bracket for this guy back here to make sure it clears the rear tires. So the first priority, like I said, is to get the rear axle on, get the rear tires on, so I can get the sizing and get it driving again temporarily, and then I'll go ahead and start making the brackets. So now I'm going to show you guys kind of an initial design for the bracket that I came up with, which is a hand drawing, so it's pretty cool. Alrighty, so we got my iPad here. So we'll go into, so this is the app I use for school to take notes, but it's also a handy app when you want to draw things. So let's see. Okay, so this is the initial design here for the front mounting bracket for the front bumper. So here's a top-down view as if you're looking at it from above, looking at it, so a profile view from the side, and then an isometric view, like a 3D view. So that's kind of the idea here. And then how I'm going to do the middle is, if you remember on the front bumper there are 8 holes, and they were kind of each arranged in a 4 rectangular hole pattern. So I'll have 2 square rectangular plates welded to the front here, and then those will have holes in them to mount to that. And so I kind of did some measurements and estimated, obviously this isn't really to scale, but I estimated that this piece here to extend the bumper away from the wheels, it's going to have to be about 6 inches. So that is going to be in the works. I'll make a more precise diagram when I get closer to actually doing it. But for now, the goal is to get the new axle on and get the go-kart running again. And obviously I'll do more of these designs for the other panels that need to be mounted. So that's just a little quick video to show you guys the new parts I got. I wasn't going to actually do any work in this. I was just going to introduce the new bumper kit. But like I said, later on today my buddy Matt's going to be coming over and we're going to be working on getting the new axle on and getting that ready to go. So I'll definitely be filming that for the next video, so stay tuned for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing these new parts come in and seeing what they might look like on the go-kart. If you have any suggestions for me, please feel free to just leave a comment and I'll be happy to listen to what you guys have to say and consider that in how I do the design and for the brackets and stuff like that. So again, thank you all very much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it, guys. If you have any questions at all about go-karts, go-kart builds, I'll do my best to answer your questions, so just leave them in the comment section below and I'll give you guys all my knowledge that I have about this go-kart and go-karts I've dealt with in the past. So, because I know a lot of people go on YouTube to look for building advice, which is kind of where I started. So I'm really enthusiastic about trying to help other people with their builds. So, and which is why I'm going to be doing a go-kart, how to build a go-kart series in the near future once I get a little more work done on my go-kart. So that's going to be a cool series. Again, thank you guys very much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you can get constantly updated on when I do new things with the go-kart. And it's just going to be a lot of fun here, and I'm excited to get it driving again and just drive it a little more because I kind of miss driving it. It's a lot of fun. So thanks again, guys, for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.